Hey, this is James with Loper Outdoors. I've been doing some hog hunting this morning, and I was walking back out of the woods headed back to the truck, and I got to thinking about my lone wolf sticks that I've modded. So I decided to sit down and do a video on them. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I got plenty more videos that we're working on about all the DIY stuff that I've done with my hunting gear. When I bought my lone wolf sticks, they were way too long. 32 inches. If I was just doing a close walk-in sit, they worked fine. With these here, I've cut them down. What you can see, I've cut them down to 18 inches. All I've done, this, which is the bottom, is the original top of the stick. Then I come down from the top of the stick and cut it at 18 inches, and then I just flipped all the hardware over. I never drilled any holes in it. All I did was just cut it off. You can see here, I moved the cap that was on the bottom of the stick originally up to here. See, I pretty much just took everything off, cut the stick from the top of the stick down to 18 inches. And then I put the hardware back on, but I flipped the stick upside down and put it on. So this is the original top. I never moved the Versa button. I left it there, come down 18 inches. It's still off center towards the top, but not very much. It really bites in, to me it bites in a lot better than when they was 32 inches. I mean, I can't say that for everybody, but it does work pretty good. I done, as you can see, a homemade paint camo, if you want to call it. I painted it gray to begin with. I took my Versa button off, I painted it gray. Then I took a sea sponge and ripped the sea sponge in the chunks, and I took spray paint, sprayed into the paper plate, and I dipped the black first, and then I dipped the tan, and then I dipped the green. As you can see, it don't look too bad, and it really does. If you put it on a tree, it really does blend in pretty good. So far, which most of the trees that I climb is oak trees, so that's why I went with the base color gray, and it blends in with it pretty good. And I done the black for your highlights or your darks, all your shadows in the tree. I done away with the original lone wolf stick and bought the Tethered's Versa strap, which is, in my opinion, is the best thing I've done to my sticks. Just getting rid of that buckle was the best thing I could have done. These Versa straps, you can see it's got little loops in it, and you just wrap it around the tree and then stick it back on your Versa button, and then you set your stick. Sometimes your Versa button won't line up with one of the holes here, like this. And what I do is either let's say you're putting it on the tree and it won't fit. I lean my stick over. If it's just barely out of reach of hitting the next hole, I will lean the stick over, set it on there, and then grab the stick and pull it back, and it'll be really tight, and then it won't set very much. Or you can either do it that way, or you can take and twist the rope or the strap. You can take and twist the strap until your next loop lines up right. From what I've noticed, humans being creatures of havoc, and not meaning to, every time I go to the woods, I walk through the woods, I find somewhere to hunt. 90% of the time, I pick the same size tree. And I can tell that by, you can see I got 5 to 6 loops right here about midway through my strap that I use. You know, once you use it one time, you can see there, see how it wrinkles up the strap? You can see about those, yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 holes that I use for the most part. And, you know, there's been a few times like I've used one down here. I was just playing around, seeing how small of a tree I could climb, which is pretty small. I don't recommend anybody, I'm not going to tell anybody to do this, because obviously once you cut these sticks and you void the warranty or any liability on the company as soon as you modify your sticks. So I don't recommend anybody doing it, but if you wanted to do it, this is how I've done it. I've been using them for a little while like this, and I have not had no problem. And if anybody's wondering, on height wise, with 4 18-inch sticks like this right here, with no aiders, just the sticks, at normal spacing, I can get, it was a little over 12 feet to my top step on the very top, which is, it ain't bad. You know, most time in the areas I hunt, it's so thick, you know, 15 feet, you're gonna be up so high you ain't gonna see anyways. It's gonna be really, all your canopy cover is gonna be blocking everything. You know, I do have a 1-step aider that I strap on to the bottom, and I can get that extra 3 feet. That puts me around 14 and a half, close to 15 feet. With the, if I put the aider on the very bottom step. I weighed them. I don't remember the exact weight. New at 32 inches with the buckles, but I want to say it's around, it's over 2 pounds. It's over, I'm going to say 2.5 pounds. I believe, you know, and I don't remember, so I don't want to really quote how much they did weigh. Do have these down to 1.5 pounds. I put them on the scales, and they weigh exactly 1.8 ounces. And I will go ahead and show you the way I put them. Here's another stick. They still, you know, you got to leave that little bit extra. That's why I done it at 18 inches. You know, just, I gave about a little over an inch past the hole that bolts your step on. That way the sticks will still stack onto each other. I could put all 4 of them together, but I don't really stack mine anyways. With my bag, the way I put them in my bag, then I take 2 of them and I stick them together like this, and then take the other 2 and flip them over and set down on top of this. And then at the bottom of the very bottom of my bag, I have 2 straps to where you can like put bed rolls and stuff on the bottom of your bag, and I set them up in there and I strap them in. That's how I carry them in with my bag.